a few questions to each one of our panelists here, and then followed by a talk on the macroeconomic scenario. Um, so, I'll begin with Mr. Narayan, who's the chairman, ICI Bahrain. Could you please tell us about the ICI International, the presence and role of ICI internationally, and also what is the roadmap over the next few years for ICI International?
Good afternoon. Thanks to Z International, thanks to ICI Abu Dhabi, thanks to Mr. Curve, thanks to Dr. Shukla for having ICI Bahrain as a part of this wonderful initiative of reaching out to the Indian Chartered Accountant fraternity in the Middle East. And I'm honored that I've been asked this question about the role of ICI internationally. ICI, as many of you would be knowing, is the second largest financing and accounting body in the world. Our membership in total is about 400,000 or 0.4 million, of which 40,000 are staying outside of India, and of which at least 3/4 of them are staying in the Middle East, and of which the biggest percentage is in UAE, between Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and then comes the other Middle East chapters. Now, ICI's role in international affairs has been drawing a lot of attention in the recent past. ICI has been keen in exporting a lot of professional services in a big way to make the Indian professionals lead in the international arena. ICI has been the founder member of leading accounting regulators and accounting standard setters like the International Federation of Accountants, the Confederation of Asia and Pacific Accountants, International Innovation Network, and many other critical institutions where our members and our committee members hold significant positions as board members. Outside of India, ICI has about 35 chapters, and most of the chapters are, of course, in the Middle East. I think about 10 of them are in the Middle East, and the rest are spread in the West and some in the East. Besides the chapters, we have recently announced opening of representative offices in as many countries as possible. Our new president of ICI, Sri C. Atul Gupta ji, has come up with an ambitious goal of setting up ICI representative offices in 40 countries in the year 2021. And he's already on the roll with about 17 offices already approved. And I'm happy to announce that the last of the 5 chapters, representative offices, were inaugurated by none other than Chartered Accountant Piyush Goyal Saab about a week back in the United States of America. Besides, of course, the chapters and the representative offices, friends, we also have 2 offices outside of India. One is in Dubai and one is in Singapore to cater to the members in these regions. ICI has constantly been entering into memorandum of understandings and MRAs with international regulators and international accounting bodies. Under this memorandum of understanding and memorandum of mutual recognition, Indian chartered accountants can take chartered accountancy qualification equivalent of many countries like Australia, England and Wales, Canada, Ireland, by just taking about 2 or 3 papers and get the qualification of that respective country. ICI also has an MOU with Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance in Bahrain. Because I'm from Bahrain, I'm highlighting this fact. I also want to mention that ICI has taken the lead role in setting up ICI bodies for other countries. Yes, we just don't look for India alone. We have taken the lead in establishing ICI bodies for countries like Nepal, also working with countries like Bhutan and Afghanistan to set up an accounting infrastructure for them. And we have been getting several requests from other countries as to how they can develop their own accounting profession in these countries. Other important significance is recently ICI has got the qualification of the chartered accountancy benchmarked by a world leading body called the United Kingdom's NARIC, which is the National Recognition Information Center. And as of today, as I speak, the chartered accountancy profession is considered equivalent to the master's degree. So any chartered accountant who's working in any part of the world can use this benchmarking and reach out to either employers or regulators and say that this is an international qualification and benchmarked by international agency called NARIC. I also want to emphasize that about a week back, the Foreign Secretary of India, Sri Harshavardhan Shringlaji, addressed the ICI members both in India and abroad, and he made a very important announcement, which is all the Indian consulates in the overseas countries will be committing to give the equivalent status that is accorded to institutions like ASCOM and CI to all the ICI overseas chapters. This is a very big boost to all the chapters operating outside of India, and we sincerely thank the Foreign Secretary as well as our ICI leadership for this wonderful recognition. Last but not the least, I want to say that every 4 years, the World Federation of Accountants hosts something called as World Congress of Accountants. World Congress of Accountants is held every 4 years. It is like the World Cup of football or the World Cup of cricket. And in the year 2022, India has been granted the privilege to host this World Congress of Accountants in the city of Mumbai. And this is a very prestigious event for the entire Chartered Accountants fraternity. We are expecting about 5,000 to 6,000 delegates from 130 countries to be part of this World Congress of Accountants. And we are sincerely hoping that this particular event will bring more spotlight onto India and truly make the Indian accountancy profession go more global and more impactful. As far as the road forward, just a couple of things. The institute has been working in making a global curriculum for the ICI qualification so that students, wherever they are placed, they can actually take up this qualification. It will be customized to the needs of the local government requirements and the local statutory requirements. With this, I would hand over control back to Dr. Shukla Saab. If there are any questions in the end, we can definitely take that, Dr. Shukla. Over to you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful overview. I'm quite surprised by some of these stats that you shared with us. Truly amazing, and I'm sure a lot of people don't really know that. I would now ask